but there's a little bit too much focus on one boss in particular in that run. And I've had my day in the sun with him in Marathon, so we're going to try this. Right out of the gate, there's a double frame perfect trick that we hope to get. I did 2 practice runs, and I got the setup both times, but just because you get the setup doesn't mean you get the trick. So we're going to hope, everyone cross their fingers, that we get this right out of the gate. It can save about 8 seconds. It's real cool. You skip a big, long, annoying sequence. If we don't get it, then it's fine. But how hype would that be, right? I also want to shout out, I forget the person's name, but someone was excited for this run, and most people don't even know this game exists. So whoever that was, God bless you for being excited that DuckTales 2 is a game that exists, and for Good Ending in particular. So with that out of the way, let's get going. Here we go. DuckTales 2, Good Ending. Played on difficult, because we're going to get health upgrades. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first thing, we gotta mash through this. I'm playing on the Japanese version because I find that the lag causes less input loss on the Japanese version than on the American version. And right out of the gate, we have to take a detour from the NE% route. Normally on NE%, we don't start with the stage anyway. We start with the nasty boss that I mentioned earlier, but we'll talk more about him when we get there. We're gonna get this piece of the map. And then we're going to try to do 2 frame perfect jumps to get out of here without having to wait for the sequence. Oh, we got one of them! Ah, oh, man, so close. Alright, so I needed to get kind of into that little background to you see where the thing dropped. So we need to get in the middle of where that drops, and then we can just go right past the blockade, avoid Bubba altogether, and it saves about 8 seconds on the run. So it would have been awesome. We got one of the 2 frame perfect jumps, got close, no cigar. Oh, and we didn't get the webby skip either. That saves 2 seconds if you can skip that dialogue. I have brought shame to my house this day by failing the webby skip. No, not really. So we talked to Gyro there, and we're going to talk to him 3 times total in the run. In addition to collecting map pieces, we need to collect upgrades to our pogo stick that allow us to get to special areas in the game that allow us to get map pieces. We need to get a total of 7 map pieces. We start with 1, we get 5 in the course of the stages, and we buy 1 from the store. So the upgrade that we just got, I believe, is, I'm going to play this a little safe. I want to say it's the Power Pogo. The only one that I know for sure. There's a Power Pogo, there's a, that allows us to break blocks by jumping on them with our pogo stick. There's a Power Hook that allows us to pull things that are too heavy to pull normally. And then there's a Power Golf Swing that allows you to, you guessed it, hit things with your golf swing that you can't normally hit. So we're coming up to the best named boss in the history of video games. This is Firequacker. It's a duck that's on fire. And that is honest to God this boss's name. I wish I was clever enough to come up with a name like Firequacker, but the fine folks at Capcom did it for me. Alright. Stage 1 down. That is Niagara Falls. We're going to Bermuda next. Specifically the Bermuda Triangle and a sunken ship. And there we see one of the changes from DuckTales 1 to DuckTales 2. There's a store where we can buy stuff. Mentioned earlier we were going to buy the map, but to do that, first we got to clear the way to buy the map by purchasing some health upgrades, which we're going to do at the end of next stage. Right now, we just had the dumbest cutscene maybe in video game history. Whichever of the nephews that was, I always mix them up, tells us, you can't advance! It's too tall! And then immediately lightning strikes and blows the thing up, and they say, wow, we can go forward now! So I don't know what they were thinking. It's not like in DuckTales 1 where you have to go back to Transylvania and get the key in order to continue on in the African mines. It's just a thing to slow you down. So really annoying for a speedrun. I'm going to try to go across this in a very specific way to allow me to despawn a bird, and I got it. Normally there's a bird over these hooks, but we despawned him, and we were able to move through that section a little bit faster as a result. Taking a detour right here, this is going to get us our next map piece. So we will have 3 out of 7. And we got the little early pogo that allows us to get back up on top of that platform before we lose control. good health, so I can do the PL damage boost here, named for PLD. Shoutouts to PLD. Really my mentor in this game in a lot of ways. We'll get the hit. Good, alright. Very easy to take damage to that crab, and then we'd be left with very little health for the boss. Make the jump! Okay, good. If you bonk your head there, it's very easy to fall into that pit and die. And then you have to go back for like a 35-second time loss. It's no joke. When you go into boss rooms, before you lose control, if you have frame-perfect jumps, you can maintain control and allow yourself to get closer to the boss than you otherwise would be able to normally. And because we have 1 health left, I'm going to play this a little safe now. Make sure he's not in iframes. And get the trophy. Alright. So 2 stages down. At the end of this 3rd one, I need to remember to buy health. So, you know, if you guys wanted to spam, you know, buy health when you see me get to the Pharaoh Duck, the boss of this stage, that'd be just peachy. Not that I'm actually looking at chat, but I do have it up. So maybe if I see everyone have a crush of chat messages at one time, I'll say, hey, that's right, I gotta do a thing. Because I have been known to forget to buy health, which is not a game breaker, but it sure does make the next stage a pain in the butt. So because we have the power pogo now, I'm able to come down here. We're going to go for the YOLO jump. We're going to go for the YOLO jump, and if I miss the YOLO jump, we're just all going to agree that, you know, the game glitched out and everything's cool. And everything's fine! We got the jump! We got the YOLO jump. So we have to input a secret code to open up our way to this map piece right here. And here we go. 4 out of 7. We're making our way. Now we got an exit YOLO jump that we can do. That has recently been giving me problems, which is stupid because it's like a non-issue. But there we go. It's fine there. Can we get the... Nope, we can't get the skip there. That does save 2 seconds, again, to avoid Huey, Dewey, or Louie. But we did get the buffer pogo at least, so we went right up as soon as we exited the cutscene. So that's not too shabby. Pogo off of this Pharaoh, or this sarcophagus, excuse me. Pharaoh's later. I have to remember to buy health. Remember to buy health after this. Oh, jump! Jump! old Iron Grip Scrooge McDuck. Every once in a while, he just does not like to let go of those ropes, as any DuckTales or DuckTales 2 player can attest. Oh, I don't know why I did a pogo there. That's not gonna work. Pogos, cannot be used to buffer your jumps. Yeah, be a little safe here. Oh jeez. Okay. Yeah, played that boss a little safe because we were down our last hit. And here we go. I see the buy health in chat. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, anyone else who's about to drop that in. I'm gonna go buy some health. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna do 2 health upgrades. You can only buy both health upgrades after you beat 3 stages. Originally, you can only buy 1, and then it stays sold out for a little while. But we got both of them, and that's going to pave the way for us to get to the map later on. So here we are on Moo Island, home of Roboduck. The worst boss that I have to deal with in all of my speedruns. Now this is the boss in the stage that we start with on any percent because the RNG is so bad that we just want to get it out of the way. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of resets on this stage for sure. But we don't have that luxury of resetting here today. It's a marathon. We got to keep going. So we're just gonna hope that it works out. Because hoping always works out in speedruns. That's how you make things go fast. We got a chance to skip Launchpad here. We skip Launchpad! That is a double frame perfect trick right there. So we got one of the double frame perfects. That's good. Unfortunately, we have to skip him on the way out, too. We don't have to skip him, but if we want to save another 2 seconds, we have to skip him on the way out. So we'll see what we can do. Try to get those jumps. But that's nice. We got one of the tech skips. No, we didn't. That wasn't even close. We didn't even get the first jump. Usually the first jump's not so bad. You can kind of get close, and then the second jump is a little bit iffy. Well, we got the entry skips. That's good. We're going to get the safety one up here because marathon. And we have this treasure here, this scepter. We only picked that up because it happens to be on our way as we go into the block room where we're going to break somewhere between 27,000 and 28,000 blocks. It's probably more like 50, but it's a real annoying room. Fortunately, on the way out, we have a little way to speed it up. Here I am. See, I can't actually break any of these blocks if I don't have the golf swing upgrade. As you can see, they're just all getting destroyed. So shoutouts to Gyro for hooking us up. But now normally, I think what the game wants you to do is go up here. But that's slow, you gotta break so many blocks, we're just gonna take it down. Which is why we got that extra life. That saves us about 11 seconds and teleports us right back to Launchpad, who is our checkpoint in every stage. You can also talk to him and leave the stage and go back to the shop and all that stuff, but I can't for the life of me figure out why anyone would ever want to do that. Alright, here we go. This is RoboDuck. If RoboDuck decides that he's not going to let you hit him, you can't hit him. I can bounce on him all day, nothing's going to happen. Oh good, we get fisted right out of the gate. The old duck fist from RoboDuck, that's great. Oh! Gave me a nice pattern now, but... Oh, I took the hit! I don't know if I'll be able to sneak this one in. I did! Alright. Happy times. Can I stop taking damage here, please? Alright. I just want to get this in. My health is a little bit lower than I'd like it to be right now. So we're going to play this a little bit safe. Get this out of the way. So I believe we're at 4 hits right now. But to be safe, I'm going to wait for another block to drop just in case my math was bad. Okay, we were at 4 hits. The problem is, if you don't have a block on the ground at all times, RoboDuck can and will walk across the screen, and then you never know if he's gonna become attackable again. So I wanted to be very safe there. So we're gonna exit this the shop right now. We don't want to buy the map just yet. We want to buy the map after we complete this final normal stage in the game. The reason for that is once you get the final map piece, it immediately teleports you to the extra stage. And we don't want to be warped out of this stage to the bonus stage and then have to redo this stage from the beginning. So we do this stage, then we buy the map, and then we do the extra stage, which will allow us to get the good ending. A little bit of slowdown I gotta tangle with here. Going for this sky hook. I'm gonna bounce off this guy, and that was... in my head I wasn't gonna get it, but now I'm rethinking it. I think I might have had it, but discretion is the better part of valor sometimes, so I let that one go. That saves about 1.5 seconds if you get it, so not a huge deal. Alright, we're gonna go up through that false wall here, and this is gonna take us to get another map piece. Fall down here, bust open some chests, and get our 6th map piece. Just one more to go. And you guys know where we're getting that from. When you spawn a big gem in particular, the small gems too, but the big gems in particular cause a lot of slowdown in this game when there are other enemies on screen. So you saw me open a chest up there and then immediately collect the gem. That reduces some slowdown when the floating hand comes on screen. And here we go down to... Oh, we got some jumps! And now we can bop him early. No, we can't. He doesn't have an active hitbox until he teleports the first time, unfortunately. That was good. We got to show off the extra jump strats there on like the most useless stage for it, but still. Maybe that'll be a sign of things to come on the final boss fight, where it matters a lot if you can do that. You can actually get a huge advantage. Alright, down goes Sorcerer Duck Phase 1. But he'll be making a return here very shortly. Alright, so now we have to buy the map. As White Hat would say, we have to buy the map. Don't forget to buy the map. So now the ship has been raised out of the water, and our old buddy Flintheart Glomgold has stolen Webby. We have to bring him our treasure, otherwise bad things presumably will happen. But we buy the map, now we have our 7th map piece, and the map is complete. And now we can find where the lost treasure of McDuck is. And turns out it's where most of the things you lose are. It's in the basement of our castle. So here we go, back to the castle, this time in the basement, with some pretty gnarly music. Nothing to do here but dance. pretty quick stage. Not too many enemies, not too much to do. Just have to avoid dying, really. And this jump always is scary, but it's really not that bad. I think it's just because it's so late in the game, and you know that if you were to fall there, it'd be a disaster. Get out of here, frog. No one likes your style. Alright, we're gonna go through this false wall and take ourselves to the boss fight, and here we are again with Sorcerer Duck. Unfortunately, Sorcerer Duck has a few new tricks up his sleeve, and can turn me into a frog. So we're going to use a buffer pogo strat to allow us to avoid his magic, because we don't want to be turned into a frog. It's pretty cool looking, but we lose an entire attack cycle. So that's slow, that's not good. So we just did buffer pogo, go right over the magic. Down goes Sorcerer Duck number 2, and there is the special treasure that we need to get the good ending. Good ending confirmed. All we have to do is beat the final boss. And we're going to that right now. Gonna have an opportunity to go to the shop one last time. Thanks, but no thanks. Let's do this. Alright, we want to get some jumps into this boss. Oh, we got none! We got stifled right away. It looks like we got about half a plank worth, which I can't really explain right now, but it looks like we very nominally got a little bit of an advantage there with that jump. 3 hits. It's D1000, everyone. 90 stuff. Terminator 2 in the house. All right, there it is. We beat the game. That's DuckTales 2. D1000 is done. Flintheart says, I'm out of here. But we got Webby back. Everything's good. I don't know if we'll be showing off the actual good ending sequence that happens. The ending's a little bit slow, and in this case, in Japanese. So what that said was, my treasures, they're lost at sea. And then Uncle Scrooge says, that's okay, the greatest treasure is the friends we made along the way. And that's a little bit of an embellishment, but it's actually pretty close to what he says. Which is weird because he's talking to his nephews. So I don't know that you call them friends exactly, but you know, he's the richest duck in the world. He can do whatever he wants. Let's see if we got a treasure for you. Come on, Scrooge, hurry up. You're slow. we got stuff to do here, buddy. And then, so the treasures are gonna get saved? There they are. Oh, look, the treasure. It is safe. And then, wait for it. There's your good ending. A wink and a treasure on his head. That's not all. There's one more treasure. Something like that. There it is. The good ending for DuckTales 2. We made it, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. This run. Stay tuned because we have a really awesome block coming up for you right now. We're gonna get set up here for not one Dragon Quest game, not 2 Dragon Quest games, but Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 all in a row. Don't you dare miss it. We're keeping it rolling right here on Retrothon on RGLtv all week. Lots more action to come. Thank you guys so much for watching this run, and we'll see you throughout the rest of the week. Okay, apparently Little Mermaid's next.